The best in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Hoke Show.
All right, and we are back for our evening show. Kylie O there, neighborinos.
How's everybody doing?
I'm Mark Hoke.
I'm
and,
confused.
You're off the grid there.
I am.
I think we turned it too far.
No, you just got to slide over there.
I can't slide over. I got wires, cords.
See?
I got no room. We got to fix that.
Now you know.
'Cause that's not comfortable.
I got you.
Nate's gonna. All right, Nate's gonna fix the camera. Hey, but we are live here at the World Series of Poker on the Mark Hoke Show, having a great time. And
can I show them the girls walking by?
no, keep going a little bit. Keep going. Sorry, we misadjusted the camera. All right, we're good. That's much better. God, it is freaking cold in here. It's freezing, Nate.
I agree, Mark.
I don't know what they're trying to do.
You put on my jacket.
They you know what? We're gonna freeze everybody out here in the hallways and.
Well, they got to keep the ice cold in there for those millionaires in the one drop.
Yeah, I suppose.
Did you see the setup there? They have fresh flowers around the table.
No, I haven't gotten to go in there yet.
You have what?
No,
Why haven't you gone in there?
because I'm taking care of this.
Oh, Gabe Kaplan's in there. I love watching Gabe.
I got money on Gabe.
You got money on Gabe?
I got money on Gabe.
Yeah.
He's got to get back though.
That's good money. That's good money.
I got 8-1 on Gabe.
8-1. Wow.
I should have got more. Joe was being chintzy.
Oh, you got it from Joe.
Yeah,
So,
Joe was being
You
chintzy.
guys are betting quarters or
$1.
$1.
$1 to $8. But Nate Dallin here with us, and Nate, I gotta, I want to do the breakdowns first to a point, but I think we got to talk about the hand.
Which one?
There is the hand at this point. We can never complain about a bad beat again. Never. Nobody can complain about a bad beat.
Why? I haven't heard.
You haven't heard?
I haven't heard.
You?
What's
You didn't know?
I didn't know.
Well, you better call somebody.
I should call somebody who cares.
We had a brutal, sick, disgusting, heinous elimination in the one drop that
Oh no.
that I think made a lot of people puke in their throats. I mean, it was not good.
Did I just see Antonio in the chip lead?
Yeah, you did. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
All right.
But let's. I want to try and find the actual breakdown on this, but it was so bad. Sorry, bear with me. Yep, here it is. Okay, so here's your hand. Okay, Nate, you paid $1 million to get into this tournament. Now, technically, the player that this happened to did not pay the $1 million, but let's just say you're in $1 million buy-in. All right.
Yeah.
You're in $1 million buy-in. Here we go.
To be.
Kerry Katz raises $225,000 from the under the gun position, only to have Connor Drynan 3-bet to 580 from the big blind. Katz responds with a 4-bet to $2 million. Drynan then moves all in, and Katz called off for $5.79 million.
Katz obviously has aces, right?
Katz, ace of hearts, ace of spades. Drynan, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds.
4 flush.
So we got some aces on the board, right? We got some wonderful aces. The deuce of diamonds, king of hearts, 5 of hearts flop gave Katz a free roll to hearts, and the 4 of hearts turn made it a very real possibility. Oh my God, someone at the table said as the crowd moaned, realizing that one more heart would give Katz the massive pot. The deuce of hearts on the river then shot shockwaves through the crowd. Sam Trick and Antonio Esfandiari cannot believe what happened and walked away from the table shaking their heads, while Katz and Drynan remained seated as floor man and dealers sorted out the stacks. Drynan was just a hair under, and he is eliminated from the one drop.
That happen.
Oh, I've had it happen too.
Aces versus kings, and he makes the flush and beats me.
Yeah, but not ace versus ace in a $1 million buy-in.
Yeah, that's a pretty good beat.
That's horribad.
Well,
So no one ever can say they took a bad beat ever again until because this was it. This was it. Hey, I have a guest, by the way. Look at this guy.
Fantastic.
Look at this guy. You know who this guy is. You know this guy, the Miami boss, man.
The Miami boss.
Dan Swade. We gotta say hi to the Miami boss here.
Let's bring him in.
Let's bring him in. Let's get the Miami boss over here.
Slide on over here, sir.
We'll get the mighty Dan in here. Dan. Don't. I'm sorry. That's probably my fault.
This is a fire code over here, bro.
Yes. I apologize. Hey, Miami boss, what's up, brother?
What up, dude? How we doing?
I am so pissed at you not calling me up and taking the Spurs bet again. I figured you'd have jumped on that. I didn't want to bug you. Of course, last year I had to do 25 push-ups because of Manu, the slender there.
That was awesome last year. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, lean in there a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
That was awesome last year.
Yeah, well, not so much this year. Your boys took it in the shorts.
Yeah. Man, why we got to bring that up already? I just got here.
Cause it had to be done.
Damn, we look good, huh?
I know.
Damn.
I know. These things I love these run good
yeah.
pullovers,
This
man.
is like
they're pretty
HD
cozy.
too. I look good in HD too, bro. What up?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, dude, that was brutal, man. That was absolutely brutal. The whole, but what are you gonna do? We got 2 out of 4.
Yeah.
2 out of 4. But yeah, I don't want you doing push-ups, bro. You almost you had to
You guys were making me laugh so hard. I mean, that was ridiculous.
I forget what you said. What'd you say in between too? That was hilarious. Oh, Ginobili. You talk about Ginobili.
Yeah, I was screaming Manu. Yeah, Ginobili. Yeah, something. Yeah.
Did you see that bald spot I posted? It said nope with his bald spot.
Yeah.
I posted that on Facebook. That was.
Yeah.
That
It didn't
was
work
fun.
out so well. Well, do you think your Heat are gonna stay together? What's going on?
Bro, no, yeah, they all opting out right now just because they're gonna. LeBron's gonna get a max deal, and Wade's definitely getting a pay cut, and Bosh is gonna get a pay cut. That's why he's opting out. That's why they're all opting out. That's the whole inside deal.
Unless they're going to Cleveland. Maybe they're all going to go to Cleveland or Sacramento or.
Okay. I'm just.
know?
First of all, there's no palm trees in Cleveland, and second of all, bro, these guys have a blast in Miami, dude. They're all partying. They're at the clubs. Beautiful women everywhere. You ain't gonna get that in Cleveland, man. You ain't gonna get.
Probably not.
He's not gonna win a championship in Cleveland. He's not leaving Miami, bro. Have you've been to Miami? It's tough just leaving there when you live there.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear
Never
you.
mind being having $100 million, living on Star Island or whatever island he lives on. But he's gonna move into a house in front of a pond or something in Cleveland. I don't think so.
Sacramento?
Sacramento,
Sacramento?
bro, are you crazy? The only place that LeBron could fit in would New York, I would say.
Philly would be fun.
Philly? What you think? What he can fly in there and just get a cheesesteak or something, bro.
Yeah.
What's good about Philly, dude? That's boring, bro. It's boring.
I'm having fun. I'm messing with this man so bad.
I know.
It's all good. So what have you been up to, my friend? You just got here a little while
Dude,
ago.
I just got here, bro. I feel refreshed because this time of the year, for the past 7 years, this time of the year, I'm just so burnt out from just playing, grinding. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try something different this year. Just come out midway.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Everybody's walking around like The Walking Dead, dude, and I'm just chilling, nice and fresh. Staying at the Cosmo. Wake up every day. I'm like, oh, it's a beautiful day. People waking up at the Rio, don't even know if the elevators are gonna work.
Yeah. Or their room's going to get robbed or something
Right?
like that.
Dude.
That's not cool.
Dude, it is nuts. That is nuts. Every time I'm on Facebook, I always see oh, just got 2 iPads stolen in my cell phone at the Rio, #Rio. I'm surprised it's not trending.
Yeah, I know. It's been pretty insane.
Sick. It is sick.
Yeah, but there's been some great poker going on there
Dude,
too, man. How
I'm gonna
about
say
it?
this: the cash games are better this year than they are last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And which is good. I think because a lot of people got their online money, they're splashing around more. I don't know, just maybe the stock market's up. That's a big thing with the stock market too, and these fish in the cash games. Because these degens in the cash game we play with, they're betting on on the stock market too. When that's pumping up, those guys got a lot more liquid.
Yeah.
Which makes it's good for me. It's good for business.
Yeah, but it didn't pump up the one drop.
Yeah,
42 players. That's
42,
it.
well, it is $1 million buy-in, man.
That's a lot.
crazy. What did they have the first year? 60?
Oh, is it 48? And then they upped it to 56. So they tried to get 56 this year. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That 15 does look a lot less than 20.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad. Yes.
Right?
Yeah, but no, but of course. We just saw we had an Aces versus Aces 4 flush in there.
No.
Yeah,
Wow, I did not hear that yet.
yeah.
Who was against?
Drynan, Cats against Drynan. Drynan got eliminated.
Wow, how good is this Cats run, bro?
That's pretty gross.
Jeez, that's awesome. That is fantastic. It's good for him. Like, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
I don't really know him, but he seems to be. I like when the good guys win a big hand like that.
Oh, it's so nuts. Well, what's going on with you? Of course, you were WPT one to watch this last season, and
Yeah, that was real fun, dude. That was a lot of fun. We did a lot of filming and stuff. We did some filming around. Didn't really do shit in the WPT, but played some events. It was all fun events and stuff.
yeah,
I don't even know how many caches I have. Maybe I don't even know, but yeah, it was fun. It's funny, like when I walk around like poker rooms in Florida and stuff. People like they saw me on TV. It's just hilarious. There's gonna be an episode of me and my grandmother on there.
Oh yeah,
Which is fantastic because she's a huge poker fan. Like
Cool.
she just loves. She plays all the time. Like 2-4 limit. I'm trying to give her like lessons and stuff like that. Like she just plays every hand though. Like if you play 2-4 limit, you would want to play with my grandmother because she just plays every hand.
nice.
And but she's great though. She's awesome. And so yeah, we did a whole like skit with her. We got her pushing in. I gave her like $10,000 cash. We did like a sit and go, and she was playing with the cash, and she put it in. She actually, while we were filming, she got quad aces. And
Wow.
that wasn't a setup deck either. And she busted one of the guys at the table.
Jesus.
So it was really good for TV because like her, just like her facial expression on there. And then we did set her up. We did set the deck once. She got aces again, quad aces.
Yeah.
But one time, because she got it twice, but one time was legit. She was like, wow. And we gave her the 10K, and she put it in the middle, and the guy called her. It was really cool.
Very nice. Yeah. So trying the lighter schedule this year, and so what? How many events are you sneaking in here? Because I know you just got here about 3 days ago.
Yeah, I had a fly-in for the Monster Stack, bro. What a sick tournament that was.
Unbelievable.
Sick tournament.
Yeah, that was impressive. When did you get seated? Were you in the day flight or the evening?
Bro, I flew in here. I was gonna fly the 7:00 flight, and then that flight was booked, bro. Like I looked at it like 3 hours, like 3 hours before, because I always book like the day before or the day of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like when I'm flying out. So I was like 7:00 flight. I'm gonna get on there. I go check back home. I get everything. I even told my driver to come pick me up and everything like that. And I go on the flight to book it. Sold out, so I had to get the 12:00. And I got here. I played the 11. Dude, I didn't get a seat until 11:00.
Oh,
So it was kind of brutal. You still had a lot of chips and everything, but 6 hours later, because it started at 5, I couldn't play till 11. So next year I'm gonna have to get out here a couple days early and reg for that thing because I don't want to be in there 6 hours later because people are giving away stacks early.
yeah.
6 hours late, how many fish bust out?
And it's fascinating that and it's something we predicted leading up to this event that you have a lot of people, they get this big stack of chips and they think, oh my God, I'm getting extra chips, this is going to be great, and then they just go in and they play stupid and they're playing stuff out of position, they're playing terrible hands, they just for some reason they get those extra chips and they're like your children and you got to treat them that way.
Yeah. I just put it this way, like if they're a bad player, it doesn't matter if they have a little chips or a lot of chips, they're gonna play bad,
Mm-hmm.
So I look at it that way. But you look at the WPT, like you get a lot of chips in those, and there's still a ton of bad players in there doing the wrong thing. That's the format I like a little better because I'm a cash game player at heart. I do like playing a lot of tournaments, but cash games, bread and butter, and I just That's why when you get 4,500 in chips, it's just it's tough to make a few maneuvers and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be, especially when you get the 3,000 in the 1K events. I mean, you really only have room in these tournaments to, early on to make one or two moves, and if they don't work, it's, there you go, have fun.
You raise it up with ace king, and then you get 4 callers, and then you c-bet the flop, and you fold, like, now you're down to like 14 bigs. But that's what it is, though. You know, that's the name of the game. Oh, look who's walking over here. We got Booker Pro, Matt Waxman, in the building.
He's all right.
This guy was the best, bro. What's up?
I know, Matt's awesome.
We just plugged Booker Pro. Book a Poker Pro.
What is Book a Poker Pro?
Book a Poker Pro.
I've not heard of this.
It's a trading site. I'm a member on there.
Okay.
You know, it's an awesome site. Matt Waxman in the building. That's the site. We're plugging that. Plug.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Matt has. Yeah, you haven't really been on the show yet this year, have you? I haven't. You've been hiding, and you've got something to pass around and tell everybody about, and you didn't come on the show.
That is outrageous. He's been here the whole summer. Right? We got to get him on here sometime this week. I think his schedule's a little open. Tell you what, we had In and Out yesterday, man. Wow.
After I bust the tournament, I'm too told to stick around.
That's understandable.
All right.
So he had the long heads up last year, winning that bracelet.
Dude, I sweated him for that.
I did too.
In the picture.
Of course, I'm in the picture. Yeah, that was.
You in the picture, Mark? What's your excuse?
Will you get Mark in?
Because I felt like I would have been intruding.
Believe me, there was about 7 people in the picture I would have much rather not had in there than you.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm above 7 people.
I think there was only 13 people in the picture.
Some guy had a big hat, and I don't even know him. I never met the guy before in my life. And
Wow.
His face was directly over my head, blocking out people that I truly would have liked to have their face in the picture.
Wow, that sucks. I got to remember that so when I win my event this year that, I got to keep everybody out of the picture.
All right.
We'll talk, Matt. We'll talk. Matt Waxman,
Later, buddy.
everybody. Yeah,
he's a great guy.
He is. Great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Florida.
So this is going to be, by the way, tomorrow is going to be my first World Series of Poker event in 7 years.
Oh yeah, dude.
So
I'm buying a piece.
I got 5-10, whatever you want to do, pal.
Book me up for 5.
Okay, done.
got it.
Done.
I got it.
Outstanding. So
You take a $500 bill or?
I can. No.
You bring it?
Do we have?
No,
do they
actually,
still make
I
those?
didn't bring it. No, but remember? That was on the Poker News podcast. I showed the $500 bill. I didn't bring it out this year though, because I don't know. I didn't run that great in the World Series. But I'm already 1 for 3 though. I feel great. Like people walk around like 0 for 14. I'm 1 for 3. I cashed. So I think I'm down 500 in the tournaments right now because I played 2 1500s and a 1K and I cashed for $34.99. So I'm down $501. You know, I'm sure there's gonna be people in the box. Yeah, you down?
So you're a pretty optimistic guy. So if you're bricking out for a while, it's you've got a pretty good way of coming back. From dealing from something like that.
Oh yeah.
But now we're at stage now where there's a lot of people that have bricked out so far this year, and there's not a lot of time left before the main event. How do you collect yourself and try and pull it back together before the big one?
These guys, you gotta go to the movies. You gotta go do something. Like you can't play every day out here. It's just, it's just even the air is like it's like so dry. So you gotta go out and do some fun stuff. So you can go. My buddy yesterday you can rent Ferraris and Lamborghinis and stuff for like $500 and go drive around. You gotta do other stuff too because you're gonna because when you bust like yesterday I busted 2 tournaments. I busted the 1500 when I was in day 2 in the money, and then I played the 1K. Doubled up first hand, so I was up to 6K. I'm like, wow, what a great idea this was. Like, after dinner break, I'm like, oh, brutal. I made, 2 dinner breaks out of 3 tournaments. Is pretty, I like my shots, But, yeah, you got to do other things, too. That's definitely the key. You got to stay composed because you know how it is out here, man. There's so many tournaments every day. You got here, you got the Venetians, there is a tournament. You could bust 3 or 4 tournaments in a day easily.
That's true.
And what I like to do, I like to go to the movies when I bust tournaments, especially if I bust 2 tournaments. But I actually went in the cash game yesterday after I busted 2, and I wasn't going to, but I'm happy I did. It was really sick. It was really sick. This guy got 2,500 in pre versus me. I had with Ace Jack. Jack.
That was nice of him.
It wasn't even suited either.
Wow, that was double nice of him.
Yeah, I had 2 kings.
And there it goes, right to the pocket. All right, so give me some advice, because of course other people may be coming out, play one of these events here shortly, and blew it. did something stupid. So give me some advice to get through this tournament. So when the time's over, I'm gonna have a bracelet on my wrist. Talk me through it, man.
Bro, just when these small when you don't have that many chips, you just can't make any mistakes. You take your time. You know, you gotta rethink everything, but you know you gotta know who you're playing too. Like, you know, you gotta know who you're playing with in these tournaments, because you can, like, you know, if somebody's playing only 1 or 2 tournaments this year, you can put a lot of pressure on these guys. You know, if you know they're only playing 1 WSOP event, like, these guys don't want to bust in 5 minutes. You know,
Yeah.
like, I don't mind busting in 5 minutes if I think it's a good play, because I have, you know, a ton of shots. But especially these 1500s and 1Ks, where sometimes, you know, these guys win like a bar league, their local bar league.
Yeah.
They're coming out here. You gotta.
Just not be a dumbass. Is
You know what's
basically
key too?
Yeah.
I'm gonna little scoop here.
Oh, here we go.
You go to early reg. 2 days before, so you get in these tables. You don't want to late reg in these tournaments, because there's a lot of pros. They put these tables right together. Sometimes
Right.
the same guys are in the line. You know, there's been a few times where I'm just like tilted. You got, like, you know, because a lot of these pros late reg. These guys can't wake up. You know, they don't.
Yeah.
These guys can't wake up. They're all partying or playing cash games all night. And they late reg. And you're sitting with 8-9 pros at like a 1500. You're just like, what? So you got to early reg, because a lot of these fish and the old guys, like, you know, they're a lot more organized. You know, these guys coming out, especially when these guys coming out only for a few events, they're early regging. You know, they're going to bed early. They're all excited. You know, they're calling their friends before they start the tournament. So you want to get out here. You want to reg for a tournament a couple days before, because you know you're going to play it. So, you know, and you don't have to wait in these lines. You know, I like regging 2 days, the day or 2 days before at nighttime. You get in and out. You reg the day of the tournament when you know you're playing, and waiting an hour to like, it's kind of a waste of time.
Yeah.
You know, and you see these lines. They were huge. Like that monster stack line.
Oh, it was ridiculous. Yeah, I was here the night before, man.
Dude.
It was nuts. It was
It
nuts.
was absolutely nuts. I'm looking forward to that little one drop. That's gonna be cool.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that, the rebuy, so I can put 4 or 5 bullets in there, and really gamble.
Yeah, that's always a tricky term. I mean, you know, honestly, if you're an amateur coming into that, you know, you're bringing 1 bullet. I mean, that's such a tough situation to deal with that, because obviously, you know, we know there's guys out there that, you know, will fire 10 bullets if they feel like they need to.
Dude, for sure. Because at the end of the day, those chips are worth a ton of money. When you can just keep getting in, and then run it up. You know, especially 4 levels, 4 hours. Dude,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a pretty big prize pool. And there's gonna be a lot of pros taking advantage of just guys that are buying in 1 or 2 times. You know, it's better for you. You get deeper pockets. You know, it's a good tournament for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Should be a good weekend coming up. Main event starting on Saturday. Can't believe it. I mean, you were here, but man, I can't believe the 5.5 weeks has flown by like this.
Bro, yeah.
It's unreal.
I was out in Miami just chilling. I'm like on a yacht party and stuff like that, like looking at everybody's updates. I'm just like, I'm so happy I'm here right now. I was gonna come out for the Million Maker, and then because I really don't want to miss that tournament. It's such a great tournament too.
Yeah.
But I was gonna come out and then stay out there for like a week and a half, and then come home for like 2 weeks and then back out. But my grandmother actually got sick, really sick. So,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but she's doing a lot better now.
Good.
So I had to cancel my trip a little bit there. So, but you know, I'm out here. You know, that's the name of the game. You just gotta playing a lot less events this year. But you know, the more events you play, obviously, the more chances you got to win, especially.
Yeah. So some other fun stuff you got going on. What else are you doing out here in Vegas? I mean, you got any good Miami boss typey plans ready to roll? You gonna hit the clubs?
Yeah, we're gonna go out pretty hard. My boy Bobby out here, he's probably he's definitely the Vegas boss for sure.
Okay. Oh, there's a Vegas boss.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
is
know
the
that.
Vegas boss. Yeah. So I'm gonna go out with him a few times. We're gonna go out to Hakkasan. We're gonna go out to Excess. You know, do it up pretty big. So it's gonna be good. But I haven't been partying that much, man. I've been hitting the gym a little more. Feel a lot better.
Oh, that's good.
You know, I used to party a lot, but I brought it down to 1 or 2 days a week. You know,
Yeah.
definitely 1 day a week. And then if there's a big thing going on, something, one of my good friends' birthday, or I'll go out two times. But staying a lot more focused. My poker game it's been good. I went up to Montreal and played that 2,500 at Poker Stars tournament.
Yeah.
Dude. It was like 200K, 250K overlay in that thing, bro.
Yeah.
Right before the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
What a great value that was. That was awesome poker tournament. What was the deal with Poker Stars getting sold? You know the inside scoop?
No, it's the
awesome.
Amaya groups bought it, and we're gonna see if they can get licensed now. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. It's gonna be
sick,
interesting.
Dude. That would be awesome.
Nice. It would be nice to see him back. Yeah, of course. Dan Swade, the Miami boss here, hanging out, and
in the building.
Yeah, he's taking over. Yeah. So what else do you have? I know you, like I said, you got your. What else are you playing this week before the main? You
Playing the 1,500 tomorrow.
Okay.
The little one drop, and there's another 1,500.
Yeah, I think
on
so.
Saturday, and then there's a 1K.
I think so. I think there's a 1K yet.
Yeah.
By the way, Casino Examiner is commenting that you're wearing your cap right this year.
Who?
In the chat box. And Casino Examiner in our chat box is saying you're wearing your cap right.
Oh, I got it right?
Yeah, I mean, that's because you used to wear it, you'd wear it kind of, a little cocked.
Yeah, for sure. So sometimes, depending on the mood, I'm in the cash game right now, splashing around, doing well. And, yeah, it just, it all depends on the day. I got the new swagger haircut, too. It's pretty sick. We got the new lines going in there. I didn't get WSOP with a chip this year because, I'm a little, not superstitious, but, my barber is the best in Miami. He's got one of the best barbers, my boy Rudy. And this guy is just, it's really artwork what he does into it here.
Wow.
You saw the WSOP haircut
Yeah,
last year, right?
yeah.
That was, epic. And I was almost going to do something crazy, but, I'm just I'm going to be a little more mellow this year and, kind of stay under the radar a little bit. I haven't been super talkative at the table, too. I've been playing this new game, Boom Beach.
Okay.
Have you heard of that game
No,
yet?
I have not.
Man, that game is it's addicting. It's very addicting.
Yeah, you seem a little more mellow this year.
Yeah, everything's going good, man. Everything's going good. Just staying focused. That's the name of the game in these tournaments, And you can run up stacks too. Like if you get short in these tournaments, bro, and then you go on a heater, like there's been a few times where I got 8, 9 big blinds, where I like to have a lot of chips. Obviously, who doesn't? But 8 or 9 big blinds, like I can work the short stack. I would say above average. I'm not amazing at it, but I could definitely work a certain. And then you just pick up a few card rushes. These guys don't fold, and you can just run it up. Wow, not bad.
Well, hopefully, you know what I'm hoping for? Let's see each other at the final table on
That would be
on
sick.
Thursday.
That would be sick.
I'd have to take you out, though. You know that, right?
I don't know, man.
I'd have to. I'd have no choice. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
It would break my heart. But I'd have to clip you. It'd be, that would be horrible if
That'd
you
be
and I.
sick if we got
Could you
heads
imagine
up.
if you and I were playing heads up for a bracelet?
I'll take it, bro.
Oh God!
I'll play anybody heads up for a bracelet right now. Because you guaranteed a ton of money, and that's the end of that's the end of the day. Like a lot of these people are like, bracelet. Yeah, believe me, I want a bracelet bad, but at the end of the day, I want bricks of cash too.
Yeah,
because that
bricks of cash are good.
Exactly. Like you go on eBay sometimes, you can see these bracelets going up for sale and stuff like that. At the end of the day, bricks of cash is, that's what they say. Cash is king. The bracelets are sick, but at the end of the day, I fight for a prize, man. That's what we do.
Sounds like a plan to me. So, maybe we'll see each other on Thursday, or maybe early. That would suck though. I don't want to play you early. I'll play you late. Because I don't want to mess with Dan Swade. I don't want to do it.
You want to play with me early because at night, my game is just like 20 times better at nighttime. Like everybody's getting tired and stuff like that. Because I'm a night owl. I'm not really that good of a morning person, but I'm a night owl, man. I'm sharp at nighttime. That's what I love playing about. Everybody's playing tired and they just want to get to day 2. I'll bust on the last hand if I have to because I don't mind. It sucks. That's probably one of the worst things. That and the bubble, obviously. Busting out the last hand of the day. You just make it through that last hand and you go on to day 2. And that's the name of the game, just being survival,
Yeah.
So what else you been up to, bro? What else you been up to,
man? I've just been all over the place doing the thing out here in Vegas, and having a good time.
Yeah, you got the merchandise this year. I like it, dude. I like it actually over here more than that side too.
I think so too.
You know,
because I'm around the big dogs up here.
Yeah, exactly. We got the one drop right behind us.
Yeah.
You know, you got people registering. You see there's a lot more traffic here than over there. Yeah, for sure. Because everybody that's going over there, they're doing two things. They're going to eat or they're going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Here, people are mingling and stuff.
Yep, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. So, well, I'm happy you're here. It's about time.
Bro, I'm happy I'm here, too. I feel great. You know, I think it's key, too, when you're staying in, like, a nice resort. You wake up. I had a nice meal today. You know, they have a 24-hour gym at Cosmo, too. It's great.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Good.
I've only been once in the last 4 days, but...
Oh, you'll catch up.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. That's the key.
Nice.
What else we got in the chat room right now? What's going on?
They're still talking about your cap. That's about it.
That's what's trending right now.
That's it. That's all we got. The NBA runner-up hat.
Second place NBA final team. Hey, it's tough making it there, though.
Eastern Conference champions.
That is true. But
of course, that was pretty much a forfeit.
So my Red Sox won the World Series, though.
They did.
Not
this year, though.
Well, last year.
Yeah, but not this time around, pal.
Hey, they're not doing
My Orioles are hanging in there. But I'll tell you what, they got to pull their heads out of their butts a little bit. You're right, but the Red Sox, I'm a little disappointed in those guys.
I'll tell you what, I love Camden Yards, though. It's great.
This is a great place.
This is one of my favorite bloggers right here. How we doing, sir? What up, baby?
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, it's just, man, you're so mellow.
Yeah, bro. Everything's good,
It's
man.
good.
Everything's good.
It's good to see.
I'm not. You know what I was drinking? I was drinking a lot of 5-hour energy last year too. That shit is awful for you. But I'm off that. I'm like taking in the morning. I'm taking like omega-3 pills and like another
Man.
from Whole Foods. This like organic pill.
Unbelievable.
I know, right? I traded in the 5-hour energy, and I'm taking omega-3 and like this like multivitamin every day, and I love it, dude. Yeah.
Well, good. Glad to see things are going well for you, buddy.
Yep.
But hopefully they're going to go well for both of us tomorrow.
Let's just get to this final table.
Let's get to
man.
that final table, man.
And
me.
And I'll put some Latin girls in your corner too. You know,
Okay.
when we're at the final table, like, because I'll have a lot, so we'll spread them out a few. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
we'll try to get our group. So, you know,
It'll be a crossover group. They can root for both of us.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And another thing, are they serving alcohol at the final tables each year? Or are they?
Yeah, there's. I think
they
so.
are. They brought that back?
I've seen some drinks flying around in there.
All right, because they need a server at these final tables, man. You're like,
It's inconsistent. Yeah.
you're
I
sweating
agree.
your friend for like 7 hours, and you don't get to see. You see like four hands like in 7 hours, and I think you deserve some alcohol there.
Yeah, I
you know?
agree.
It's good. It's good for the live stream too.
Oh, yeah. Getting
Who
drunk.
they got commentating this shit on the live stream?
Yeah, Tuck was in there. I got in there for about 20 minutes.
You got in there for 20? You got to get in there for more than 20.
Well, I know that. Tell Jess and Lizzie.
Yeah.
Tell Jess and Lizzie because I've asked a bunch of times. Some reason
Man.
I don't know if they don't think I'm good enough or what the deal is.
Bro.
But
You got a nice voice. You know, it needs to be heard.
well, thank you.
You know, I like to jump in that box too.
We'll go in and throw Tuck out. We'll just take it over.
Yeah, we need to get in there because can you see like do they have like a face live stream like that or just their voices?
Well, I kind of got in there where it was a little bit crazy.
Yeah,
The equipment wasn't quite set up. They weren't ready.
really.
Yeah, it was kind of a nightmare.
Wow.
But I was in. I was there talking about with Phil Ivey winning the 10th bracelet. So
He's a beast, bro.
yeah, something else.
He's the greatest. It just doesn't matter what game. The guy just does it every time.
Yeah, that is.
It wouldn't surprise me if he won this one drop.
Yeah, he was right up there. We'll probably get an
guy
update here
is-
pretty shortly. So,
The greatest.
all right. Well, buddy, I'll tell you what. We got to get to a commercial break.
All right.
But I want to thank you for stopping over.
Hey,
I do
bro.
appreciate it.
Anytime.
We'll have some fun and like I said, you and I, man.
Let's do it.
You and
Shake
me.
and bake, baby.
All right, there you go. Well, thanks for coming over, buddy. To Miami boss Dan Swade.
In the building.
Stop by. Watch out.
2014.
He's on a nutrition plan. So zoinks in a way. You guys better watch out. All right, so we're going to step back, take a commercial break, and we'll be back here on the Mark Hoke Show, and we'll get things figured out, see what's happening in there in the one drop, etc., and so on. So stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water, and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
It's time to get on board with the Players Poker Championship Poker Tour. The PPC caters to amateur players as well as upcoming and touring pros with affordable buy-ins and outstanding structure. The fastest growing poker tournament invades Las Vegas with 2 big tournaments: the Desert Open, June 29th and June 30th at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino, and at the Tampa Bay Downs, July 10th through the 20th, for the North American Championship with $300,000 in guaranteed. You can win your way to the PPC Championship in Aruba, featuring the $200,000 guaranteed main event hosted by PPC Ambassador Joe Sirach. For all the details, visit us at ppcpokertournament.com. Join in the excitement in Las Vegas and around the U.S. with the Players Poker Championship Poker Tour.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Missouri stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel apparel.
I'm Dutch Boyd, 2-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
Tough day at the Veld? Get off tilt and unstuck by escaping to the desert for an extreme off-road adventure with Sun Buggy Fun Rentals. We have the biggest fleet of off-road vehicles known in the universe. And since we know poker players aren't exactly early risers, we now offer after-dark tours for all you night owls. And don't forget to stop by the Mark Hope Show WSOP booth at the Rio to win a free Sun Buggy experience. Please call us 24/7 at 1-866-728-4443 and visit us at www.sunbuggy.com. Call us now and take the off-road ride of your life with Sun Buggy Fun Rentals.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become 1 way or another. Final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final9Comic.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we return here on The Mark Hoke Show. Live from the World Series of Poker. We. Who dat? Who dare? Who day? Nate Dowland along for the ride here tonight. What's up, Nate? I'm sorry?
I was just in there watching that one drop.
Yeah?
That's fun to watch. Yeah. Ivy's in there just doing what he does.
He's being Ivy.
He is, but Gabe Kaplan. Nice to see Gabe out playing some cards. I really do like it. Welcome back, Cotter.
You know I am responsible for him playing the one drop. I could tell that story again. You know that, right?
No,
this is a legit story.
Legit story. You're responsible.
Legit story.
You got some action here?
If you missed it, I'm going to tell the story again because I think it's a great story. So, I'd have to find the tweet, but Gabe Kaplan tweeted out in a Shakespearean mode yesterday to one drop or not to one drop, and kind of went Shakespeare on the tweet. So I went Shakespeare back. Started a Shakespeare quote, and then Shakespeareanly said, "You must play the one drop. You can't not turn down the one drop."
Canst.
And whatever, I don't know what I said, but you know what I mean. Canst is you can use canst.
Okay.
They used to use canst. But anyway, lo and behold, Gabe shows up. So my tweet has gotten Gabe Kaplan into the one drop. So the World Series is owing me some money on that rate.
You're right, Mr. Hoke.
Yeah. I when we talk, I will find Gabe and I will ask him.
Good idea.
I'm sure he saw the tweet. He had to, because I nailed that one right away. I really did. I was fast on the draw on that. I wonder, let me see if I can find it just for you, Nate, because you didn't get to see this. Give me a second here.
I think I followed
it. Welcome back. What?
Nothing. You
did I
just
miss
blowing
something?
up in show tune.
Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that Gabe Kaplan's going to get me 8-1.
Again, you're showing your age.
I watched Welcome Back. A lot of people watched Welcome Back, Cotter, when they were kids.
Again, you're showing your age.
See, now that's showing my age that I knew about Gabe Kaplan out-sprinting Robert Conrad on Battle of the Network Stars. That was showing my age. No question on that one. Let's see. Where is my tweet? Okay, because that was the whole cold thing or lights out thing. That wasn't a whole lot of fun in here. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so here is the tweet from Gabe Kaplan. To one drop or not to one drop? That is the question. Would it be nobler in my mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune at 55-1? That's pretty good on Gabe's part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
you're focused. And,
well, no, I'm sorry.
And then so I said, at Gabe Kaplan, to thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night the day, thou canst not skip the one drop. Hashtag take it down.
Take it down.
Take it down.
Hashtag take it down.
And hence, herewith thereof, he is attended.
Did he favorite it at least?
No.
Oh. See, that would have been big. But Daniel Negreanu just put himself at risk
Oh.
All in for $4.1 million. Got called. Daniel has pocket aces. His opponent, Daniel Coleman, has pocket tens. Flop is 10, 7, ace.
Oh. At least the ace would have been in the window.
Yeah, no, the 10 was in the window.
Oh, the 10 was in the window? Oh,
So
golly
he thought,
gee whiz.
Yeah, he thought he had it good. Lauren Kling walking by.
Yes.
Oh, we loved the interview with Lauren Kling.
We did. We had a great time with her on KLAV. So let's see if we've got updated chip counts, and we do. Antonio Esfandiari is now leading the one drop. He is at 15,800,000. You know what they should do? Is just go in and take the chips off the million stuff and just lop the last 3 zeros off. So Antonio's got 15,800. Tom Hall with 13,900. I'm kidding here. You're not focused, Nate. What's going on?
I was looking.
You were looking?
I was
You
looking.
were looking? Rick Solomon's at 10,000,007. Phil Ivey at 9.3 million. Sam Trickett at 8.9. Took a little bit of a ding today. He's been kind of fighting out there. Daniel Negreanu at 8.42. Kerry Katz at 8.4 million. Of course, Katz with the aces 4 flushing and sending Connor Drine into the rail. Brandon Steven hanging around there at 7.8.
Still in ninth?
He's one of the businessmen, but I don't really consider him businessman. I mean, there's a guy that's been playing poker for a long time at high stakes level.
And he's been on high stakes poker.
Yeah, he's darn good. Tobias Rankemeyer at 7.4. Christoph Vogelsang at 6.8. So the last couple guys of the German contingency hanging in there. And then our good buddy Gabe Kaplan. Which,
Gabe.
See, I'm not sure this is right because they had the updated table draws. They had Gabe around 8 million. Kaplan's at 5.6 according to this. Phil Galfond also 5.6. Paul Newey 5.3. Scott Seaver 3.5. Tony Gregg 1.9. Daniel Coleman is down to 825,000 with the blinds at 60,000, 120,000. So that's not a real good situation for Dan Coleman. So we could be seeing another elimination there coming up pretty shortly. But interesting on the table draws. Should take a look at those table draws because, of course, redrew down to 2 tables.
Talk about the table made for TV.
Yeah, well, let's go to one table, the secondary table. Phil Ivey, Christoph Vogelsang, Tony Gregg, Tom Hall, Kerry Katz, Brandon Steven, Rick Solomon, and Gabe Kaplan. So that's an interesting little group there. And then we shift to the other one. Antonio Daniel, Phil Galfond, Daniel Coleman, Scott Seaver, Paul Newey, Sam Trickett, Tobias Rankemeyer. And, of course, Coleman is in big trouble right now after that hand with Daniel, so he could be out of there. So we could be looking at Esfandiari, Negreanu, Galfond, Seaver, Newey, Trickett, Rankemeyer trying to hang on together.
1.2 or 1.3 million in chips after doubling up through.
So he's in a little bit of trouble there. Tom Hall, Rick Salmon, and Phil Ivey are big stacks on the other table at this point. Katz is at 8.7. But an interest. Phil's got to feel pretty good about where he's sitting there, but does have to mess with Tony Gregg's short stack there. So, man, if I'm Phil Ivey, I'm liking it.
Did the one drop bracelet count in their bet? Not that they already didn't achieve it.
I would think that would have. I would think that you'd have to count.
31-man tournament's going to count.
42?
42. Okay.
Yeah, I think it has to. It's $1 million buy-in. If it counts in the all-time money standings, it's got to count as a bracelet.
That monkey that they put in the main event 5 or 6 years ago, he beat out 42 people. That's all I'm going to say.
But the monkey didn't pay $1 million, But this is going to be, obviously, Phil Ivey, a pretty good chance to run that table over. I mean, it won't be necessarily easy, but that's a good opportunity for Phil to make the final table of the one drop. I would say that, it's certainly not a lock, as we know in poker, but, good chance we'll be seeing Phil Ivey at the final table of the one drop, which is going to help the TV ratings. Always a good thing.
I'm going to stay quiet.
Okay. Why?
Because I don't like to root for the big guys. I like to root for the underdogs. I'd like to see Rick Solomon come out and just crush it.
Of course you would. Of course.
He's doing good. He's got 10 million.
All right.
He's got more chips than Ivy right now.
All right. So big one for one drop. going on here right now, so come down to the Rio and check it out. The Monster Stack. This is, of course, this one ended up being a 5-day event. And I think the World Series was thinking it was going to be about 3 for some reason. Not sure what was going on there. But the Monster Stack is now down to 4 players. And I'm not sure what that update is supposed to mean at all. But it is Sean Drake at $39,550,000. Hugo Pingray, who had stretched out massively. And actually, if I remember correctly, he had the table covered a while ago. But he is now at 32. Klaus Siegebrecht at $24.6 million, and Joseph McKeon at $21. So this thing tightened up in a hurry. How about that? So these guys, of course,
4 days later, that was a hurry.
The final table did, but yeah, they're so right now these guys, of course, playing for some massive money in this one. 4 players left. Fourth place will get $468,000. Third gets $619,000. Second, $820,000, and the winner, $1.3 million.
These guys are tired.
I ran into actually, he's been hanging out at the booth quite a bit here in our little Run Good booth. Zach Grunberg unfortunately finished 8th. He actually was up about 8 million chips for a while, but unfortunately took a bad beat and then kind of got stripped down. But Zach ended up finishing in 8th place. He was exhausted, and here was the worst part for Zach was he couldn't sleep. And I tried to hook him up with Elliott Rowe. I don't know if they got in touch or not. See if we could get him to rest. But that's a difficult spot because you'd think, well, after 4 days of poker, you'd be like, oh my God, I can't. I'm just going to fall over and die. But you're going into a final table of a Monster Stack tournament. You're playing for $1.3 million.
You close
Tough
your
to
eyes
sleep.
and you think you're already late for the next tournament. So you wake up and you look at the clock and you're like, oh my God, is that AM or PM?
Yeah, so these guys certainly struggling a little bit. But and by the way, though, Sean Drake's fans with the shirts with the rape thing on it.
You actually said the word. Yeah, that's pretty poor taste. Very poor taste. Not that all poker fans have IQs above the threshold of making shirts like that, but
Doug Hull there, of course, a great author, and let me, because I need to see. I can tell you exactly what the shirt said. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah, because Writer Jen did tweet.
Yeah, Writer Jen called that out, and here's what it said, and this was
the shirts
really
were
bad.
Removed.
They were removed.
They have been removed.
No, that's good because they said play like Drake and rape.
Yeah, I seen the play like Drake. I did not see the and rape part.
I mean that's just completely unacceptable. I'm sorry, guys.
I can't believe that they actually put them on.
I can't either. But
okay, yeah, this is cool.
Well, some
especially with I guess they're lucky they didn't wear it yesterday because they would have got their asses kicked by the ladies' event.
Oh Jesus, that would have been horror bad, absolutely horror bad. But yep, so 4 players remaining in this one, and like I said, somebody's walking out with $1.3 million.
Boom!
And that guy is really tall, by the way.
Holy snot!
I have no. They look like 6'9". That's 6'9" ballpark there. All right, let's go to event number. I think we should have 55, either 55 or 66, or 56 still playing. Let's take a look. Event 55. 6 players left, and of course, Aaron Massey's probably got a pretty good following out there. He is in second right now as he's trying to chase down David Jackson.
Is that Big Cock Poker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what the shirts say. Well, they say BCP.
No, the back
and then they say
Big Cock
on the front, and then Big Cock.
Yeah.
So
it depends on whether they're coming or going.
I suppose. Wow. David Jackson, the leader, but he has David Jackson was the one that had the table covered on this because he was at over 5 million. Massey was at 2.5, and everybody else was in dumper land, under 1 million chips. But David Jackson, 3.8. Massey's now at 2.6. Asi Moshi at 1.7. Henrik Hecklin at 1.4. Bobby Poe, 650,000. Michael Ferrer, 500,000. And Mark Etienne McLaughlin, who was on the final table last year at the main event, out in 7th place. But, so Aaron Massey, that'd be a popular win amongst the poker fans if Massey got this done.
Yeah, it really would be. It really would be. Him and his brother are pretty popular out here.
Yeah, so waiting to see how that one turns out. $3.2 million prize pool, 2,396 entries. One of the better pools we've seen for the 1500s.
What's the
this
first
summer.
place pan in here?
Well, the first place in that, it's funny that you should ask that, Nate, because in that $3.2 million prize pool, the winner's going to be walking out of here with $582,321 that will buy you a lot of Arctic Blue cooling towels.
Bink.
Would you spend $582,000 on Arctic Blue cooling towels?
I wouldn't spend 2 of it. No, I'm just kidding. Of course I would. All of it.
All of it?
All of it.
Well, I'm gonna text Brad and DJ, let him know about that.
Yeah.
That's a pretty ringing endorsement. So that's event number 55, the No Limit Hold'em that kicked off on Saturday, and that is like I said, just finishing up right now. Event 56, the other No Limit Hold'em, that one started on Sunday. Of course, it was kind of a prelim to the one drop here. Winners got 403,000 on that. Let's take a look at chip counts. There's 68 players left. So that one will be a final table tomorrow-ish, I'm sure. And look who's at the top of the board. It's Lonnie Harwood.
And I've seen her running around here today, all motivated.
She's had a tough summer too, so it's good to see.
Tough summer. What's a tough summer?
She hasn't been really haven't called her name very much. I think one time, going through the updates.
Aw.
Doesn't mean she didn't cash or anything, but you know.
Aw.
But Lonnie's set the bar pretty high for herself now. So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good for her, and she's crushing it right now in an open event. It's not a ladies' event.
Mm-hmm.
It's an open event, and she was the one last year that took down the open event. First lady last year that took down an open event.
Her and Dana Castaneda picking up bracelets. Carlos Hay out of Porto Velho, Brazil, in second place right now, just behind Harwood, 345. Jeff Blinkhorn out of Rockford, Michigan at 300,000.
Go Michigan.
Is Rockford anywhere?
Yeah,
nice town.
It's on the way to wherever I go. No, it's it's spread up I-75.
Okay,
easy to find.
All right, fair enough. Mike Katchen in third from Medina, Minnesota. Then we have Michael Mardix in fifth. Michael Spiegel in sixth. Sean Hart in seventh. Brian Berryman in eighth. Andrew Egan in ninth. Big names in here. Let's see if there are any at this point. It's pretty like Perry Freeman's there in 33rd.
Go Perry.
No, it's pretty light group. Blake Bond 56, but he's in trouble down there. So that's about where that is. So it's you're $1,000 buy-in, and that's generally what you expect.
Whittling away to the World Series.
Yep.
The whittle is almost done.
We're getting there.
We really are. I hear people already saying, "Well, I'm not going to play the main, so I'm going to go ahead and go home." So what? You're not staying for the main?
Yeah. Now this is the one that I would have loved to have entered today.
Now explain this. Now this is the No Limit Hold'em mixed max.
Right.
So is this a shootout style?
No, no, it's not shootout style. You play with 9-handed.
Okay.
Day 1. Day 2, you play 6-handed. Day 3, you play 4-handed, and then it's heads up to finish.
And it's not a
It's not a shootout. No. No, you're just playing 9-handed, and then they cut the tables down to 6. Then they cut it to 4, then they cut it to, then it's heads up. So it was a little tournament style at the end. A single elimination.
A tournament style at the end.
Yeah. Bracket style tournament.
Okay.
Pardon me.
The bracket is what you.
Yeah. Marcus Gonsalves leading early on here. Of course, these chip counts are way tentative. He is in there right now. Let's see who else. Matt Affleck reporting in at 26. Jeff Gross at 22. This is Jeff Gross's kind of tournament, by the way.
Did you see there was a Chris Moneymaker running in here?
Yeah,
today?
he finally is done with the Hollywood Poker Open stuff, so he can come over.
Yeah,
contractually obligated to play events over there. So
his first walkthrough of the Rio this year was today. He stopped in, set high over at the Blue Shark Optics booth.
Good for him. I hope he enjoyed it. I hope he had a great time. I do.
Well, he's one of the team pros. He's a great guy.
Oh, absolutely. He was on our KLAV show on Wednesday. Yeah. Still don't know who's going to be on that. Yeah, I better plan that out.
You think you're getting a little late.
Well, everybody's a little busy on that.
Yeah, and 4th of July is coming. We're going to be lighting off some fireworks. You've got plans for the 4th, I'm sure?
Hopefully, yeah. I'm waiting for the confirmation email.
Going to be doing a party.
I hope so.
Frankus.
Yeah, at Frankie's place. Frankie's house.
Boom.
That'll be nice. And, of course, the other event tonight, Omaha High-Low split 8 or better kicking off this evening. So that'll take out some of the mixed games, guys. 3K buy-in on that. And, obviously, ridiculous to even break these names down. But Lon Schwartz has checked in, Brandon Shack Harris, Ryan Teppen, Barry Greenstein. The usual players owed death.
Check-inners.
Yeah, the usual players owed death in there. Player of the year, by the way. Well,
George Danzer.
It nearly got interesting. I mean, but it's still pretty tight. As Danzer did have another deep run, but unfortunately, not deep enough. He's still out in front, but man, this is tight. Thanks to Brandon Shack Harris. A first, 2 seconds, and a third, including the Poker Players Championship for Harris. Danzer, the only multiple bracelet winner here at the World Series in Rio. Or at the Rio. Danzer's 745.20 points. Brandon Shack Harris, 726 points. And then John Hennigan, the Poker Players Championship champ, at 532. Justin Bonomo's at 413. Brock Parker at 406. Richard Ashby, 400. Calvin Anderson, 398. Will Gibbons shoots himself up into the top 10, 367. J.C. Tran at 338.1. And Jesse Martin at 337.
Now,
so
there's a couple guys in that mix that right now are not their best game is not no limit hold'em, and Danzer's one of those guys.
Right.
So the main event is really up to Justin Bonomo. It's up to Will Gibbons, who's really had a shining light and has proven that he can run in really, really deep events.
Yeah.
J.C. Tran. He's still right there, but the main event is really going to decide that. And George Danzer is not a good no-limit hold'em tournament player.
Some interesting names in the middle of the pack there, by the way, that are in the top 20. Joe Cotta in 14th.
Joe's an amazing no-limit hold'em player,
and obviously Joe knows how to win the main event, so he's in contention. Josh Aurier has just been having an amazing World Series. I mean, and it's unfortunate because, a bracelet got away from him when Alex Bulletin clipped him early here. But, and of course, Josh was heads up as well for a bracelet. So this year, I mean, it's been a great World Series for Josh. And, it's good to see Josh back on the big board. Because, he's a great guy and really someone that I think has the poker world in the right perspective after, some interviews I've done with him. So he's away from the bad boy thing now, which is cool. But Aurier is sitting right there. Chris Fox Wallace in there at 309, so he's hanging around. Daniel Negreanu is also at 309.08, excuse me.
Now, what's the $1 million buy-in points when Daniel
I don't remember.
Ivy?
I don't remember if those count in this or not. I'd have to double check that. I can't remember if the one drops in this pile.
I'd really like that platinum bracelet.
It's a nice bracelet. Well, I'll probably be able to figure it out pretty quick because I'll check back to 2003 and see where Antonio was. Yeah, I don't think it counts in Player of the Year because he would have been up there somewhere.
Yeah, for the money.
Yeah,
just for the money.
Just for the money. So, yeah, but this is going to be, of course, a little. How do you feel about that, Nate? I mean, in terms of the numbers being down at the Worlds in the one drop this year. Is that a trend? Is that what is more realistic to expect? What do you think that we're going to continue to? This event is going to be able to continue to feed on and on here in the poker world. I mean, how do you feel about the numbers taking the drop?
Well, Phil Hellmuth went to register and he was $130,000 short, according to the information that I've heard through Twitter. I think it was his own tweet where $130,000 wasn't in the box that he thought was there, so he didn't register for the $1 million tournament. Do you think that was an excuse? I even asked Phil Lack.
Well, and I honestly didn't get to check. I had seen some other stuff was coming up on Twitter about the whole thing.
I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on Hellmuth. You didn't want to play it. It's okay. I understand. But why just say, it was $130,000 short in the box? That wouldn't stop you from registering. You'd call somebody and say, hey, bring me $130,000, please. and most of your friends would jump at the chance to do that.
Who knows? Phil does.
Why blow smoke?
He's Phil Hellmuth. What do you expect?
Why blow smoke? Just say, you know what? I'd rather go to the live show down at Planet Hollywood than play $1 million tournament that I'm probably not going to win anyway.
So, wow, that's a little harsh. But do you think though that the one drop concept, the first year everybody was so fired up for it and wanted to give it a shot, but now the numbers go down. A few of the pros didn't come back, some of the businessmen didn't come back. I know the World Series was really excited about expanding the field, but and hyped that pretty hard, and it didn't happen. I mean, will we see? Is this maybe the normal number? Is this going to keep going down? How do you feel about it right now?
I like it. I like the decline, and you could see the decline in even like the heads-up matches. Would you really have expected Ted Forrest and Phil Hellmuth heads up for a bracelet this year?
Not today.
You really wouldn't think that they'd still to this day. It's 2014. Back in 1998, yes. In 2002, yes. It's 2014. The numbers are obviously down. Ted Forrest and Phil Hellmuth were heads up for a bracelet, and Phil Hellmuth got shown up by Ted Forrest.
Well, that's a smaller field, though. I mean, that's your a mixed game.
Why
like
was
that.
it a smaller field? And you say a mixed game like that, but
they're all smaller fields.
It's one of the easier games out there to learn and play. And it's
it was the 10K too, if I remember right.
No,
I'll look it up. But it was this. Yeah, well, the obviously with the million, but I mean, in terms of, but I'm talking about just the one drop right now. Do you think that we're going to see more players maybe the next time around? Do you think this is the number that it's going to be at, or do you think it's going to continue to drop?
I think they'll leave it open at 56 is what they were allowing for.
Yeah.
I think they'll leave it there. I think it'll stay about the same. I don't think it'll ever max out. They'll never have to turn anybody away like they did the first year.
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard. I think the first time around when you do an event like that, you've got a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of excitement for it. You want to be a part of the first one.
Shows that the economy should.
Right? Yeah, well, I think too that you didn't see as many of the businessmen coming in and firing in here either. And if you look on what's happened so far this year, a lot of them got clocked again.
What do you expect?
And that's the thing. What do you expect? So if you're going to tell me, as a guy who, let's say I was a multimillionaire, and I had the money to play this thing, that I'm going to invest spending $1 million to go in there and have Phil Ivey and Dan Underground chop my head off.
No, you should come
and then
to
Sam
the Mark Hoke
Trickett
Show
and everybody
booth
else
and talk to Nate Dowland about playing for you.
Yeah,
I play every single day. Not at the same stakes, but I've beaten more players than those guys.
Right, which is why they probably won't enter, and why they didn't enter this year. Right. So it's just not a smart move. It's just not as smart for those guys to come in and play that tournament.
That's true.
And they
just
need
like
them in
it
there.
wouldn't be smart for them to hire Phil Ivey to run their company. It's not smart to sit down and expect to be able to beat them at their own business.
Exactly. So I don't know. I think the numbers are going to stay down in that range, if not continue to decline.
Speaking of Phil Ivey, did Phil Ivey talk his way into the bracelet? That was basically handed to him.
No, I was there. No, there was no colluding going on there. No,
there was a lot of his chips that went over to Ivey with no showdowns.
But that wasn't. No, he didn't hand that to him. And actually, when they got heads up, actually Yandau was a little bit ahead, and Phil just stomped them on stud. I mean, I was sitting there. There were a couple that didn't go to showdown, but it was because Ivey had him beat. You could see it. I mean, it was pretty obvious with making the reads on Yandau the couple times that the hands didn't go to showdown that he didn't have it. But he had a couple hands where Yandau was ahead and Ivey caught up late. It was, but Ivey stomped them in the stud, and the blinds were really high too, so it wasn't exactly a good situation for Yandau. But the funniest thing that happened that night when I was in the booth commentating on that was.
How long did you get to commentate?
I was in there for about 25 minutes, half hour.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But Yandau actually when as the stud was going on and Ivy was ripping him up, he actually went to the game cards that are on the table to identify what game is being played, and he actually picked the stud card up and looked to see what the next game was. So you could
just looking to see what the.
So you could tell that he really didn't want to be playing the stud against Phil Ivey. It's funny. I felt bad for the guy, but yeah, I mean, there were a couple hands there were.
How sad are you when it's 8 or better?
He's like, God, make it go away.
Another round of 7 stud.
Yeah, it was a rough finish, but yeah, Phil Ivey did an awesome job that night, and bracelet 10, and a lot of people losing money there too.
There was. And now, let's talk about the resurrection.
Is Jesus coming?
No, Chad Brown has been.
That started again today.
It did.
That started again today. If you missed that, of course, I was following that pretty extensively when Chad got the bracelet. What tweet went out, and it all started with Doyle Brunson, as we know. Doyle tweeting out that Chad had passed away.
Now, see, I don't know.
And everybody jumped on that.
I think I did it right because after I heard it from you, I even put on my Facebook that I was sad to hear that Chad Brown has left the world. And I think I worded that right. And then when I found out that I was completely misinformed, I even put, happy to hear that I was misinformed, fight on, Chad.
Yeah, as was I.
And I'm going through everybody else going, no, he's still alive. No, he's still alive. No,
it was an interesting Twitter discussion because the first one that I saw that said Chad wasn't dead, I think, was Alan Kessler. And then there was another one. I heard it from
Gavin Griffin first.
There was another one, and then Vanessa Russo, and then I'm like, well, what's going on? Oh, Wookie Way. Wookie Way had tweeted that they had a friend that was hanging around Chad and
high-fived him when he heard that he got his bracelet.
That was Russo's tweet when she said about the high-fiving, and I was like, well, if Vanessa is saying it, I think we're good. So. But that was kind of a mess. But then it started again today. And I don't remember who started that nightmare for the second time in a row.
But if you do know what hospice care is, that means that the medical community has basically said,
we can't do anything. Go home, rest peacefully for when it's over. And a couple other pieces of information on that one. Because I remember I did have somebody on Twitter actually ask me that. So, doesn't being in hospice mean you're pretty much done? And I'm like, well, I'm not really going to answer that question.
Yeah, it's not.
That's kind of a tacky question.
There have been people that have survived hospice care. there have
been.
No,
absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Kyoki Moore.
But let me pull because there was a very good update from, I believe it was Jennifer Gay, and I know I shared this on my page too. Let me go pull that one for you. Yeah, so here was the last update on Chad from. Here it is. Chad's still hanging there, even though it's been over 24 hours since he last had a lucid moment. The doctors say he can still hear everything being said, and then Jennifer picked up Chad's bracelet. The WSOP shipped it out right away. Let's see. Now this is mostly about talking the bracelet. Though things are extremely grim at the moment, we are very much hoping that Chad has a little while longer. He's surrounded by loved ones who are looking forward to this very special package, referring to the bracelet, and thanking everybody for making that happen so Chad could get that bracelet. So that's where it was as of about 4 or 5 hours ago.
Fantastic.
So at least, so hopefully Chad's going to get to hold that bracelet. But we wish him all the best in his family, and
fantastic, man.
You never know what's going to happen. So don't ever count anybody out. Don't.
Life's short though, so make sure you get out there and live your dreams. Don't find out the hard way.
Yeah. Like I'm going to show Kim Shannon when she gets out here. I can't wait till the crazy poker bitch gets here. That's going to be fun. Can't wait to say hi to her.
I've known Kim Shannon for quite a long time.
She's an entertaining character. She'll be here on the 3rd, so a couple days from now. Let's see. Yeah, so that's where all that is at the moment. Actually, we got about 15 minutes left. I can hit a break, and we'll see if we've got any more updates. And
I'm going out to dinner with a friend of mine from OTR.
Okay.
So Black Street Chaser and I are going out to dinner with the wives, having some fun.
Awesome. Good for you. Sounds like a plan. All right, well, let's take one more break, and we'll come back and see if any crazy things happen or somebody else stops by that we can get on the show. So let's take one more commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Boom.
RunGoodGear.com is one of poker's premier online stores for apparel. Their mission is to provide poker players with stylish and comfortable clothes for their daily grind. You've probably seen Run Good Gear at the World Series of Poker through Run Good Poker Pro Rob Salaburo, or around the country through the WSOP circuit. Today, RunGoodGear.com is the place to go to gear up for the poker fell. So go there now with the promo code Hoke. That's HOKE for 10% off your entire online purchase. Remember Hoke. Now go gear up.
When it comes to custom poker tables, why would you buy something someone else designed and even named for their sales or marketing purposes? The Nighthawk, the Gambler, the Big Slick, the Nuts. Sure, you can customize it if you want, as long as you choose between black, red, or even green cloth, but that's about it. When you choose to play off tilt, it's not just another table, it's your table. The same price gets you a fully custom designed table that reflects your style and game. Off Tilt makes it easy to design a truly one-of-a-kind custom poker table that'll give you home table advantage. Sure, Off Tilt could name their tables for marketing purposes, but why? It's not ours. We don't play on it. And to be honest, there are over 1,000 named Off Tilt tables worldwide, including the WSOP, the Deep Stacks Poker Tour, the Jonathan Papelbon, as well as Julie's, Chris's, Scott's, Amber's, Tristan's, just to name a few. So let us add your name to the list and deliver a truly custom-crafted, furniture-quality poker table worthy of your game. Visit www.offtiltpokertables.com or call Brian Knott today at 262-490-3812. We'll show you why Off Tilt is the only way to play.
Sports bettors, tired of getting beat every week at your sportsbook? It's time to stop guessing and start winning. We all know cash is king, and it's time to let the team at Double Digit Covers come to the rescue to help you get the positive cash flow you need to live the life you've always dreamed about. Tony Dos and his all-star sports handicapping team will be in your corner to help you beat the point spread, bring excitement and winning to your betting experience, and build your bankroll to levels you never thought possible. Get free winning sports information at DoubleDigitCovers.com. Stop guessing and start winning today at DoubleDigitCovers.com.
Call now for today's free winner. 1-855-489-2700. That's 1-855-489-2700.
At Team Poker Joker, we build innovative, high-performance, poker-focused apparel designed to keep you cool and calm in tough situations. Wait, no we don't. We've just got a cool brand representing the suits of this beautiful game called poker. Our gear won't make you better, but it will keep a smile on your face. So don't be so serious and show you know how to have fun. Get your Poker Joker gear today at TeamPokerJoker.com. Grin and win today at TeamPokerJoker.com.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become one way or another. Final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final9Comic.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at ArcticBLU.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel apparel.
It's time to get on board with the Players Poker Championship Poker Tour. The PPC caters to amateur players as well as upcoming and touring pros with affordable buy-ins and outstanding structure. The fastest growing poker tournament invades Las Vegas with two big tournaments, the Desert Open, June 29th and June 30th at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino, and at the Tampa Bay Downs, July 10th through the 20th, for the North American Championship with $300,000 in guaranteed. You can win your way to the PPC Championship in Aruba, featuring the $200,000 guaranteed main event hosted by PPC Ambassador Joe Surratt. For all the details, visit us at ppcpokertournament.com. Join in the excitement in Las Vegas and around the U.S. with the Players Poker Championship Poker Tour.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, and we are back live, wrapping up tonight's show. Nate Allen. Ooh. Booyah.
So fun.
We're having a great time out here at the World Series. And the one-droppers are on dinner break.
Yes, you can tell because there's golf carts that are driving down the hallways picking them up for dinner.
That's so ridiculous.
That's awesome.
Understandable, though. It's a 90-minute dinner break for everybody. But
so the choppers are waiting for them outside to sweep them off to Paris for an hour and bring them back.
Yeah. Big hand. Couple of big hands at the end of this level. Are you ready for this? First, Vogelsang doubles through Phil Ivey.
Yeah.
Vogelsang with kings, Ivey with tens. And Ivey didn't get a 10. Vogelsang got a king right off the flop.
Shut that window.
And Ivey, that takes Ivey down to $2.4 million. So he's in some trouble now. Christoph Vogelsang's at 8.9. We did have, and Vogelsang has decided that he is now going to become the Grim Reaper of the table, as he eliminates last year's one-drop high roller champion, Tony Gregg. Gregg goes out on an ace-deuce against Vogelsang's threes. The threes hold up, and Tony Gregg's last $1.9 million also goes into the stack of Vogelsang.
Wow.
So Vogelsang's getting out the whip and cha-cha, see ya.
He's got a guy on his right there, Phil Galfond, that can really squeeze that angle.
Yeah, Galfond picked up a nice hand against Antonio Esfandiari as he hit an ace-high flush late here and ends up banging out a nice little chunk of change. Mysticata is moving up the board too. Gabe Kaplan getting it done. And there, of course, is the lovely Kara Scott. Hi, Kara. How are you doing? Kara getting it.
Kara OTR on Twitter.
That's the second dress she's worn today. She was wearing a red dress earlier today.
Amazing.
They're of course, that's the way it goes, because you're planning for different broadcasts, so you got to look different. Chip counts. Featured table right now. Let's see what they've got. Antonio Sfondiari, 17.1 million. Negrano, 8.7. So Antonio has a chance to maybe run that table over. Nui, 7.6. Maybe. There's some pretty good players there. Rinkemeyer at 7.5. Galfon, 6.1. Trickett, 5.5. Coleman, 5 million. Seaver, 3.1.
How big is it when Antonio wins this again? How big is it for him?
Well,
no one will ever catch him in the money list.
Well, you know, but I have a problem with this tournament being on the money list, though.
Why?
Because
it is a World Series of Poker organized,
but it's a limited field. Not everyone could buy in. You can have 200 or 300 people.
If you can find the investors, the registration window is right.
But they will cap it off. But since it's a capped event, that's where I have a problem, because it was capped last year.
Last year, open, sir.
Well, this year there were.
Yep.
But last year they didn't have the opportunity. But it is not technically an event where if 57 people came to play, they would not be allowed to do so. So because they cap the amount of entries, I think that makes it pretty difficult. If anybody could play, all right, but technically they can't.
Money won is sweeter than money earned. And it's probably spent a hell of a lot faster, too.
So they are down to 15 players in there. Esfandiari at 17.1. Tom Hall's at 16.5 on the other table. Vogelsang at 10.7. Solomon. Can you imagine Rick Solomon on this final table?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That'll get some attention. 10 million there for Vogelsang. Dane Negron, who's now in 5th at 8.7. Katz at 8.4, Steven 7.8, Nui 7.6, Rinkemeyer 7.5, Kaplan 7.2, Galfon at 6.1, Trick at 5.5, Coleman at 5 million, Seaver 3.1, Phil Ivey at 2.4 is bringing up the rear at this point. But, oh, man, how about a Negranu Esfandiari heads up for $15 million?
ESPN's greatest ratings ever.
That wouldn't be bad. Because even Phil Ivey couldn't break the internet here at the Rio, but Daniel Negreanu did.
Yeah. Phil Ivey did not. Phil Hellmuth and Ted Forrest did not. But Daniel Negreanu,
they tried,
and Antonio Esfandiari, they would get rails from everywhere.
Yeah, it would be absolutely
all of Canada would be lit up on WSOP.com.
I think everybody would be watching.
Yeah.
Everybody will be watching that.
Antonio with the...
Well, at WSOP. Well, it's going to be on TV. I mean, they're not going to be a live stream that.
Yeah,
so.
there is no live stream.
Right.
So you're actually going to be saved by that.
Yeah.
ESPN's going to save that just for you.
Thank God. So that's where it stands right now.
There goes the big cock poker guys.
Yep. So it looks like that table's on...
they're either on dinner break or somebody's not.
I'm going to say I'm pretty sure they're on dinner break.
Yeah,
that doesn't sound like a sad crowd.
Well, would you be sad walking out just getting $200,000 for taking fourth? Would you be mad?
No, but
okay then.
But it's
I'd still be high fiving my
there.
buddies stacking up 400 G's.
Well, and here's why: because Aaron Massey has now 100,000 chips out of the lead at this point, as Jackson has now continued to come back from the pack. Massey's picking up a few, 3.1 to 3 million. Moshe at 2.2, Ferrer at 1.5, Poe at 700. So Aaron Massey, that would be such a huge win, and everybody. I mean, that would be another one of those guys that everybody is rooting for to get that first bracelet.
How many cashes does he have now?
Like overall?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't off the top of my head, but people dig Aaron Massey.
Oh, my
cool
computer's
guy.
not here. I had to. But I also know how unreliable the WSOP web Wi-Fi works.
This one you're looking for?
Yeah.
You just want to know how many caches Aaron Massey has overall?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see what we can do. Not that Aaron Massey. This one. 8 World Series of Poker caches.
Nice. His biggest one before today?
He's got 92,000 in here, and then 275,000 on the circuit. He won one of the circuit events. So he's a pretty darn good player.
Yeah.
Pretty darn good player. And a very nice guy, too.
And weed through an 8,000-man field here at the World Series is a tough thing to do.
Yeah, well, let's see what's going on in that real fast. The dreaded Event 51. The monster stack. You're still ticked off about that. That was a brutal hand, by the way. You mind telling everybody about that hand? I think I kind of already did, but that was a rough one, dude.
Just the way
five ways.
5-way.
Maury Escandani.
Ace queen versus sevens versus ace jack versus aces and versus tens.
Yeah. That sucked. It was probably he made a decent run in there. I know you wanted more. I know you did. 4 players. 4 players. 4 players. That's all right. Just wait till you see me either tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday. Excuse me. Or
What
Thursday.
time does it start?
Noon. The noon start.
Noon?
Yeah.
On Wednesday?
Tuesday. Well, it starts tomorrow on Tuesday. So what, do you expect me to be out here about 12:10?
I'll be on the stage. I'll be on the stage. You want to have an exit interview with me at 6 p.m.?
No. No.
Come on, I'll be your exit interview.
I want to elevate everybody. I want to elevate. Hugo Pingray has retaken the lead, $44.9 million. Sean Drake at 31, Joseph McKeon $21 million, 9, and Klaus Siebrecht is at 19.8. Blinds are at $500,000 a million. That's fun.
Yeah,
that's fun. 150,000 chip ante.
I never got over 25,000 in chips, so I'm.
That's so crazy.
I'd still be sitting there right now.
Could you imagine playing there with $1 million, with a blind of $1 million? Not in the main event either. A blind of big blind of $1 million.
That's huge.
That's a lot.
That's
a lot.
Huge.
So these guys actually aren't that deep, really. I mean,
44 big blinds is in the lead right now.
Yeah. So we'll see how that turns out later
down
on
to
tonight.
19 big blinds with 19 million in chips. How much are the antes?
150,000.
Oh, jeez.
So they're paying. Let's see, 600,000
every 4
600,000 plus the 500,000. So that's 1.1. So it's 2.1 million per rotation.
Every 4 hands.
Every 4 hands.
This is going to be over pretty quick when they come back.
It could,
because the tournament's on break right now.
Yeah. So
when they come back, they're going to go more than.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
They're going 1 million, 2 million when they come back.
I don't know what the structure is on that. I don't know if they're going to go 1 million, 2 million. That seems like a pretty big jump.
Is it? Yeah.
I can look while we got a second.
6 million, 12 million, or 600,000, 12, or 1.2 million.
I kind of lean towards it being the 600,000, 1.2 million, but I can take it up. I can take a look. Let's see. Millionaire Maker or Monster Stack structure sheet. I don't know if they were quite ready for that blind level though. It goes, yeah. They're just making shit up as they go now because the last one they had on the board was 50,000, 100,000. So they're just throwing a dartboard back there.
But if
your blinds will now be 10 million, 20 million. Good luck.
But it doesn't really jump. It never really doubles.
No, that's why I'm thinking it's
this late.
Yeah, so that's why I'm kind of thinking it's falling in that 600,000, 1.2 million.
750, 1.5.
They could do that too.
That's what I'd see as
Either
being
way.
next, because of the chips.
Either way.
Because of the chips.
Either way, it sucks. It's gonna be hell in there. All right, so that's where everything is right now. So a lot of the big tournaments on break at this point, and of course, won't be here tomorrow.
You'll be here tomorrow.
I mean, I'll be here.
I'll be here,
but I'll be busy.
I'll be up on stage. You're starting your show. So Joe's going to be on his own tomorrow?
No, we're just going to take the day off and relax for once.
Oh, jeez. Well,
you guys I won't.
I'll be on Until Radio at 6 p.m.
All right,
listen in. We'll get the Hoke over here on the show on his exit interview.
No, I'll be over there as the chip leader.
As the chip leader on break. All right,
that'd be all right.
All right,
Would
come
you
on.
Complain?
Yeah, come on over.
Would you complain about that?
Absolutely,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
At least have a double stack. You have to have a double stack to get an interview tomorrow, or no stack.
Wow, I'm getting limitations put on me.
You're going to need 9,000 in chips before 9 p.m. so you can come on the show, or you have to be empty.
So I'm either supposed to succeed or completely fail. I can't be mediocre.
There's no mediocrity. Mediocrity. Mediocrity.
Have another drink.
I'm going to go have a few drinks and dinner with my friends. It's going to be a great evening.
Well, glad to hear it. All right. Well,
let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. We are done. We'll see you guys back here on Wednesday. Because, barring a disaster, because of course, if I do bust out early in the tournament, I'll be back at 6:30. All right, so we'll see. No comment. I will see you guys. We'll see you guys. Hopefully not tomorrow. Praying to God not tomorrow. That'll wrap it up. We'll catch you later.
6 p.m. on Tilt Radio.